So children, today we will be doing the revision of two chapters, chapter number 9 and chapter number 11. Let's talk about chapter number 9. Let's take a quick recap. Up you go. Now this chapter is about, basically the chapter starts with Sangeeta ma'am's journey of how she was very much nervous and she didn't had the bravery to climb up the mountain, and how at last she was felicitated by the brigadier and his coach, and how she gained the courage and bravery, and how she conquered her fears. She win over her fear. And again there is a small information in a box that you have in your book about Bachendri Pal. And who is Bachendri Pal? We already have discussed in few videos of this chapter. Today we are just going to go through the revision part, that is recalling the chapter and also the question answer. Now talk about chapter number 11, Sunita in Space. Now in this chapter you have learnt about gravity, gravitational force, how it works, why there is no gravity on space. Sunita, when she was in space station, what were the challenges that she faced, how she used to live there, and what was her daily routine also you have seen in video. And in the video format and in the discussion format you have learned many things about the space, about earth, its gravity, about different types of celestial bodies that are revolving in the space. Celestial bodies are the bodies or the small planets or maybe the stars or asteroids that revolve in the space. That already we have discussed, and today we are going to go through chapter number 11 question answer also. If you have any doubt, let me know in the DCC class, that is doubt clearing class. But I think we have thoroughly revised and discussed about this chapter and chapter number 9 also. So let's start with the question answer. Chapter number 9, up you go. Question answer. First question was, write the full form of NIM, that is Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. This is the answer, Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. Now my question for you is, where it is located? Yes, NIM is located somewhere in India, but where? You let me know. And second question, list the responsibilities that has to be taken by a leader of a team. Suppose you are made a leader, team leader or group leader. What responsibility will be having? The leader must do, first, help others in carrying their bags. Supposedly, if Sangeeta ma'am was there and she was the group leader, she have to help others in carrying their bags. Similarly, next is let the group go ahead and keep the lead. Keep to the last. Suppose you are the leader, so you have to let your group go ahead first and you have to walk at the last. Help those who cannot climb properly. If you are the group leader of a mountain climbing group, then you have to help and the people who cannot climb properly. Next, find a good place to stop and rest. Very much important, because our bodies need rest and then only it can work properly. Look after those who are not well. We need to look after those who are not well and arrange food also for them, for your group. So these are all the qualities, or you can say the responsibilities of a good group leader. And here are the points. If you are a group leader of a mountaineering group or mountaineering camp, then what responsibility you might be having. Next, question number 3 is, write the names and clues about the lady. Details about the lady on whom this story is made. The story is made on Sangeeta Arora. She teaches in Kendriya Vidyalaya, Shalimar Bagh, Delhi, and is also a member of EVS textbook writing team. Now this story starts with Sangeeta ma'am's story, how she struggled at the beginning, how she was not able to climb properly, physically, mentally, in both ways she was not ready to climb properly, but how at last she won above her fears. So this story is about Sangeeta ma'am. Now how did Sangeeta ma'am cross the river? Now here is the point where she gained her confidence back. Sangeeta ma'am got ready, but she did not have the courage to cross the river. Suddenly someone had gently pushed her into the water. In the deep cold water she started to shiver. Anyhow, shiver means when you actually have that shivering in your body, okay, because of cold, that is called shivering. Anyhow, she held to the rope and started putting her feet firmly on the riverbed. Slowly, water reached up to her neck. In the middle, she lost her balance and started slipping. She thought she would be carried away by the river, but she was tied with a sling to the rope and somehow managed to got hold of the rope and pulled herself forward. Slowly, with some courage, at last she reached the river bank. Now here is the struggle story and how at the beginning she was very nervous about her mountaineering journey and at the last she conquered her fear. Next question was, what are the sling and rucksack? What they had carried in their rucksack. Now what is a sling and what is a rucksack? A sling or a runner is an item of climbing equipment consisting of a tied or sewn loop. Sewn means anything that you can sew with a thread and needle. It is a sewn loop, means it is actually sewn with each other of the webbing. So sling is an item or you can say an equipment that helps in all such things that I just told. It may be used as anchors or extension of an anchor. So it can be also used as an anchor or an extension to an anchor. Now what is rucksack? A bag with shoulder straps which allow it to be carried on someone's back, typically made of a strong waterproof material and widely used by the hikers. Basically a kind of backpack that is used by the hikers and it is waterproof and very strong. They had carried in their rucksack the following items: food packets, water bottle, rope, hook, plastic sheets, diary, torch, towel, soap, wind cheater, whistle, glucose, jaggery, chana, and so on, etc. You can also write here. So there are so many things they are carrying in their rucksack because all these things are needed at the time of emergency, or if you are hungry, or if you have to stay over there on the you have to camp somewhere, you have to stay on the forest or on the mountains, then all these things are needed. So in a rucksack, basically the emergency things and the things which are needed for camping are being put. Next question is, after getting separated from their team, how Sangeeta ma'am and Khandobi again joined with their team? The answer is, if you remember that they had got lost on the mountain at night. Now how they actually joined with their team? The story goes like this. Suddenly, in a dark night, both Sangeeta ma'am and Khandobi lost their way. They were really scared. They could not see anything even with their torches. Sangeeta ma'am started sweating even when it was cold. She tightly held Khandobi's hand. They called out loudly. Their voice echoed in the mountains. They started to whistle loudly and flashed their torches. Suddenly, their group also noticed that they were missing. So Khondobi starting to sing Mizo song. Mizo song is a song that is been sung in Mizoram, loudly holding the hand of Mam, and after some time they saw their group coming towards them, and at last they joined with their team. So this was the whole story, how they got lost and finally they got along with their team. Next question was, name the first Indian woman to reach the Mount Everest. Bachendri Pal. Bachendri Pal is the first Indian woman and a fifth woman in the world who have reached the Mount Everest. This is very interesting fact because Bachendri Pal was very brave from her childhood itself. If you have read the book nicely, you must have read about her childhood where she had climbed up on a mountain when she was just very young with her friends and she was stuck there for some time. So about Bachendri Pal you can get it many information from the internet also, like how much time she has spent, it is there in your book, and supposedly if you want to know something else it is there again. Next question is how Sangeeta ma'am got felicitation. At the last day of the camp, Brigadier Gyan Singh got up and announced Sangeeta ma'am's name for the Best Performance Award throughout the camp. So she was the best performance throughout the whole camp. He blessed ma'am a lot and tears of joy rolled down in ma'am's face. So on her face there was tears of joy. Now many of you have a confusion in this question that what you have to write. Felicitation is awarding somebody in a ceremony. So you have to write about the event, that what actually happened at the time of felicitation. Okay. Next question. Write few lines about Bachendri Pal. Bachendri Pal is the first Indian woman and the fifth woman in the world to reach the peak of Mount Everest. She grew up in Nakuri village in the Garhwal area of Uttarakhand. When she grew old, she joined the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering Uttarkashi, that is NIM. Her guide was Brigadier Gyan Singh. In 1984, she was selected as a team member to climb the Mount Everest. She was so courageous that at the age of just 12 years only, she climbed a mountain peak of 4,000 meters with her friends. Only this was I was talking about, that Bachendri Pal was so courageous right from her childhood that she and her friends actually climbed up the mountain, and supposedly I think she was the leader of the group who actually guided her friends also to climb up the 4,000 meter high mountain. So you can get it from here also that why Bachendri Pal became the first woman of India who climbed the Mount Everest. Now next question, how did Bachendri Pal reach to the Mount Everest? Now here also in your book it is given that what were the struggles that she conquered, that she won over to reach the Mount Everest. The struggles were written over here also. So listen carefully. In the year 1984, on 15th of May, the team with 18 members reached to the height of 7,300 meters. In that team, there were 7 women. Bachendri Pal was one of them. On that day, at night, that is at midnight, they heard a loud sound and then a bang. There was a terrible snowstorm. They were buried under the snow and Bachendri Pal was hurt on the head. Still she got up and climbed up the mountain. So maximum were injured that night. At last, after overcoming so many troubles on 23rd May 1984, Bachendri Pal stepped onto the peak of 8,900-meter high Mount Everest, also called as Sagarmatha in Nepal. It was 7 minutes past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. She spent 43 minutes on the highest peak in the world and became the first Indian woman to reach the peak of the Mount Everest. Means even after getting injured after a terrible snowstorm, she didn't give up. She was brave enough and she was determined enough to go ahead with her plan of climbing the Mount Everest. So what are the moral values and what are the principles that we get to know from this? Let me know, children. Next, chapter 11, that is Sunita in Space. Can you think why Sunita's hair was standing? Sunita's hair was standing as she was in the spaceship where there is no gravitational force. We had a long talk and discussion about the gravity of Earth. But what about space? Space is a vacuum and there is no gravity in space. That's why when Sunita was in her spaceship, her hair was standing because there is no gravity to pull the hair down. Our hairs are down towards facing the center of the earth. We all stand erect, means stand straight just because of the gravity of the earth. But if we were in space, then the scenario would be just the opposite. Now think why water flows downward on any slope or mountain. On mountain too, water flows downwards, not upward. Now water flows downwards on any slope or on a mountain due to the earth's gravitational force that we just discussed. Did you see anything moving in the sky? What do you think it could be? A star, a shooting star, or a satellite? Satellites are used for the TV, telephones, and for the weather reports. Find out more about this. Yes, I saw some bright thing moving very fast in the sky. This moving thing which looked like a star is called a shooting star. Shooting stars are the bodies moving around in the space which when enter the Earth's atmosphere catch fire. This is why they look very bright when enter the Earth's atmosphere. So because when any meteorite or you can say anything from the outer space enters the Earth's atmosphere, it automatically catches fire. And because of that, it looks like it is burning. Something burning is coming towards the Earth's surface. That's why we can see it at night. Why do children always slide down the slide and not slide up? If this slide were there in Sunita's spacecraft, would children slide like this? Then why? Children always slide down a slide due to the Earth's gravitational force. If this slide were in the Sunita spacecraft, then children would not be able to slide down because there is no gravity. There is zero gravity in the spacecraft. So without gravity, how can you slope or slide down? There is no gravitational pull. So why do we see stars at night? You are going to tell me. Now next question, looking at Earth from the space, Sunita said different countries cannot be seen as separate from here. These lines are on the paper and are made by us. What do you think? What do you understand by this? From Sunita's message, we understand that there is no actual division of land on Earth. The division lines that have been drawn on the map or on the globe is just to mark the separation of different countries. Means it is human made. Humans have marked the separation. Humans have marked the boundaries on the map or on the globe. But actually nature have not marked any separation. So from the space, if you see the Earth, you cannot see any boundaries or any lines drawn on the Earth's surface. Next question. What are the festivals related to the moon? Some festivals that are related to the moon in India is Karwa Chauth and Eid. Now, out of India, there are also few festivals which are related to the moon. Let me know, children. I know some of you know that what are the festivals that are being celebrated in Japan regarding moon, or China, or maybe in some other European countries. Let me know. Next question. If the earth is round like a globe, how is it that we do not fall off? Earth attracts everything towards its center due to its gravitational force, so that we do not fall off. So if there was no gravity, we would have not survived on the earth. Because of the gravity, the atmosphere and everything on the earth is staying where it is. Otherwise, there will be no chance of life on earth. Next, do the people in Argentina stand upside down? No, not at all. They also stand upright as we do. Wherever you will go in the whole world, you will just stand the way you stand. You will not be standing upside down. This is all because of the gravity. Next question. Do you think Sunita could make out Pakistan, Nepal and Burma separately when she saw the earth from space? No, she could not have made out Pakistan, Nepal and Burma separately when she saw the earth from space. This is because she could not see any division of lines or divisional lines separating these countries. That I already told you, there is no divisional lines or there is no human made lines that we see on any map or any globe, but nature have not created them. It is human made lines, so you cannot see it from outer space. So that was the revision of chapter 9 and 11. See you in the next video with some few more interesting discussions and facts. Thank you. Stay safe and study hard, children.